Hello Internet, welcome back to our fire series. Oh, I think I got one more episode in me. It's getting pretty late in the evening, but I think I got one more. So we're going to loot this here gun shop, which is probably going to require multiple trips, which is fine. Looking at the guns, nothing super appealing. I do see a Garand there, I believe, which is a good rifle, but I really would prefer American 180. No shotguns either. Actually, this is a shotgun. So Winchester 410. What is the Grand fire? 30-06. Not really what I would like. Taurus Spectrum. Handgun. Fires 380. Peculiar caliber. Not something you see a lot of. Yeah, not super thrilled with these. It is nice to have a shotgun around because shotgun ammo is so plentiful. The clips are really irrelevant because they're not gonna match up to the guns we found. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I do wish I knew what this was. I guess we can just go in through here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's a submachine gun. How about that? And a Henry Big Boy 44. Also kind of a weird caliber you don't see a whole lot. Ooh, 1014 with a... Okay, what's your... Oh, iron sights. Well, I mean... 9... I mean, it's not... None of these are terrible. This has a big magazine, which is good, but like none of it's stuff I really want. Again, it's good to have a shotgun, but like I don't need a million rounds of 9mm either. But we'll load up on what ammo we can carry and we'll come back for the rest. We'll just empty this whole machine, of course, because we're going to take everything eventually. So we can't carry any of that. That's okay. Grab what we can of the 9mm and we'll head back. The odds of them tracking... What in God's name are you? A large black blob of viscous goo oozing across the ground like a blob of living oil. That's the new one for me. Man, there's a lot of creatures lately that I don't recognize. Black goo. What mods do I have enabled? How do I do this? That's the debug menu. Active world mods. None of these add creatures to the game. So this is a vanilla creature. Never seen you. I'm going to fight you. I don't have to fight you, but I'm going to fight you. You quickly strike, you whack, critical. Seems like it has a fair bit of HP. We've criticaled it twice. I mean, we're only up to like 60 HP. Okay. So it has about 100 hit points, I would guess. Hits your head. Don't hit my head. Please die. Why aren't you dead yet? And it breaks into blob. Yeah, I expected that, actually. Oh, was it just a blob? What was it called? Go back. Big blob. Oh, it was literally just a blob. Just because it's dark, it appeared black and I didn't recognize it. Why do you have so much HP, blob? And how many did it produce when it died? Quite a lot. Okay, so I've definitely seen those before. My mistake. I was thinking it was some weird new creature I'd never seen before. Okay, let's get our stamina back before we cross the street, just because this is, if we're going to bump into an enemy, it's most likely going to be while we cross the street. Hello, child. I really don't want to fight you out here, so we're going to let it track behind us. If it wants to come over here, we'll kill it on the way back. Really don't want to fight in the road, just because... Fighting in the road increases the likelihood that we're exposed to more... Like, if other things hear us fighting, could be a real issue. So I don't think the kid will follow us all the way back to base. So I don't think that that's a super big deal. But we are going to keep an eye out, of course, as we head back. Drop all this. Yeah, we don't want to sort through this right now. We'll sort through this another time. Keep the hacksaw and keep the nail bat. Also the steak knife. So we don't drop... okay. Actually, we don't need the hacksaw. We've already been every area of the gun shop already. So that's not something... You did track me all the way back here, huh? Good for you. They definitely are tracking better than they used to. I went on the forum, on the Discord, and asked about if their scent tracking had been upgraded. And I was told that no, there was some stuff done to scent, but that it was like... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I don't want to fight you, bro. You have a lot of armor. I don't want to fight him. We're just going to run away from him. They're not super fast, but seems like they're tracking very well, so I'm guessing he'll follow us up into the gun shop. Hopefully he doesn't trigger any more alarms. Can we pick everything up at once? That is the comma key. Yes. Grab all this. Comma. Yes. And, man, so much ammunition. So much 9mm that I'm probably never really going to use. I mean, I guess we will if we carry around handguns. Double-aught shot is always valuable. It looks like we will be able to clear this out completely in just 2 trips, which is great, because I really didn't want to have to come back a third time. Stop hitting buttons when you're not, when you don't know what you're hitting. I assume these are bathrooms. Okay. Another alarm. Really not a super big deal. Oh, sniper's nest on the roof. Weirdly does not have pickled veggies. I was going to say weirdly does not have a gun set up with it, but that is okay. And there's probably a solar panel around if we... So they're coming in the front now, so we're going to go ahead and leave, because what's going to happen is they're going to start smashing the front windows, which is going to draw more enemies, which will in turn increase the number of alarms going off, which will feed more enemies, etc., etc. Another baseball bat, always good to have. Guessing the army zombie is around here somewhere. We're going to just real carefully move through here. Okay, crawler, not a concern. Looks like he might have tracked up to respond to the alarms. Nothing. Oh, nope. He wandered over here for some reason. Maybe he tracked our scent backwards towards the base. You know, we could shoot him. What's the damage on this? Doesn't say because it's holstered. Let's run away from him. Stop running. Activate our holster. Check the gun. See what the damage output is. 26. That's enough to beat their armor and maybe deal 10-ish damage to them per shot. So we'll go ahead and give that a go. Spotted. No, I obviously see it. It was a tile away from me. 8 damage. Not great. Back up. I would love to get this up into the critical range. Criticaled for 10. Yeah, not great. They probably have about 100 HP. So we'll do this just because they can drop ammunition and pretty valuable gear, but also because they're annoying, and I don't want to engage this guy in melee because we're only going to hit him for like 2 damage in melee. He did hit me in the t-shirt somehow through my turnout coat, which is not great. Go ahead and see if we can put him down. Taking a lot of rounds here. This is one of the reasons I dislike 9mm, is because the damage is so low on a 9mm. And of course our gunshots can draw the attention of enemies, but with a 9mm handgun they're not very loud, and in game, in my experience, even shooting shotguns doesn't really seem to draw the enemies towards you too much, so I'm not super worried about that. Hydration pack is cool, but we don't need it. Did not have anything I want on it, in fact. Go ahead and wield the... what do we wield these days? Quarterstaff. And I do think we'll go back and see about killing the other one that was here. I'm still running. We're going to back off. And we're going to recover our stamina. Yes. You're a tough zombie from the south. Our stamina is basically gone. There's a feral runner. We're going to run. They are catching up with us. We're going to swap to walking. Going to get to somewhat defensible position. Kill the feral runner because it has less HP. Stamina, we're going to get winded and we may die here. And I feel pretty unhappy about it. Using a gun in the outdoors is dangerous. We talked about that as I was doing it. But most of the time it's not going to draw enemies very far. So it seems like we were just shooting when they were nearby, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and recover our stamina. You finish waiting and feel refreshed. So we didn't take a lot of damage there. I'm worried about our clothes a little bit because we can't repair the turnout gear. Looks like it was just our t-shirt that took a lot of damage, and our sunglasses, which is interesting. And of course we do have backup sunglasses, so that's not a big deal at all, and they're everywhere. Okay. So not as scary a situation as it first appeared to be. I do think we should clear out the ones that were nearby. There you are. Just because we don't want them to track to our base while we're sleeping. Okay, hit me in the eyes. They really like to hit you in the eyes, huh? Might be worth it to put on. I mean, we're wearing the Guy Fawkes mask. Our head is very damaged again, by the way. Seems like even though we're wearing an army helmet that has 95% coverage, they keep hitting us in the eyes, which goes right to the face, or the head damage. Even though we're wearing a 95% coverage on our face. But whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Go ahead and grab some of this stuff. Yeah, not really anything we super want. We need to get... I would like something better on our face. Honestly, we've been getting hit in the eyes a lot. And yeah, it's not great. It's not great. That's why our head took so much damage. Because the helmet does protect us from damage, but I don't think it covers the eyes. So if they target the eyes, if we look at the helmet, it is 95% coverage on the head. But when we look at our head body part, it actually consists of more than just our head. So when they hit us in the eyes, there's no eye health bar. So even if they hit us in the eyes, it actually tracks to our head damage. So is what I was trying to say. I don't know if I formulate my thoughts very well. You know me. If you watch the channel, you know I'm pretty bad at talking good. That's a joke. I'm not. I don't speak very well. Honestly, I don't formulate I formulate thoughts all the time, but it's hard for me to get from my brain to my mouth in a way that is coherent and understandable by average people, because I tend to. Well, one, I tend to ramble. Well, let's not even start. I would end up with a ramble. So I would like something better for our face. So why don't we try to do that? Let's look at the armor we can manufacture for our face. Worst case scenario, we'll dig up some, what are they called, like ballistic glasses or safety goggles, and we'll get them washed up. What do we have? And there's no way to search for eyes specifically, so we're just going to look at our head armor. Safety glasses. Yes, it's something. It's not amazing because they're just plastic. They're not... Like if you get light amp goggles, they're like Kevlar and plastic and stuff, and that's a much better protection. But yeah, I think safety glasses will be fine for fending off basic attacks, and it looks like it's really our only option here. Obviously, the blindfold would not be, is not something we want. So let's go ahead and see about, yeah, make some glasses. We make them out of what? Plastic bottles. That's interesting. Sure. Make the goggles. Take off. Well, we can keep wearing the safety glasses with the sunglasses. It's a small amount of protection. It should hopefully reduce the amount of damage we're taking to our head. Obviously, again, the army helmet, turnout coat, turnout trousers, and boots are great protection. We are missing something on our hands, which is why our arms are getting more damage than our legs. But it's unlikely that we're going to find something I'm going to be happy with for our hands. We could throw on like hand wraps or something. If we just look at our armor for our hands, most things are very encumbering, which I don't like, so I tend not to wear the really encumbering. That's a very loud vehicle. So what do we got here? Mitts, armored fingerless gloves, requires... So here's something that bothers me about Cataclysm, which we've talked about 100 times. To make armored fingerless gloves, I need a pair of fingerless gloves. I can't just make these from scratch, which is real dumb because I can make you can't. You have to make them out of pre-made gloves. Pretty dumb. Hate that. As though if I have the ability to sew, and the materials, I can't just make them from scratch. I can make wool gloves. Why can't I make leather gloves? Like, why is that not an option here? So we can make light gloves. It is a very minor hand protection. We would want armored something. Unfortunately, again, this requires fingerless, which requires leather gloves. So we can't do anything about that. It's one of those little things about Cataclysm that really irks me to no end. We actually used every single round in our 9mm to deal with that soldier. So I think that we will, in fact, drop the 9mm. And we're going to create a pile for guns and ammunition. Let's go ahead and store our guns. We can do this over here as well. because they're not super relevant. We'll put ammo here, and we'll put gun magazines there as well, because I like them to be on the same pile. Save this. Go ahead and sort everything. We hadn't sorted in a while anyway, so that'll take a good long time to do. Got a lot of food and drink over the last couple of episodes. Fire went out because apparently sorting does not qualify as a thing that you use the fire for. Okay, submachine gun. Fires 22s. Really low damage. You'll see it deals 16 damage, which is about, it's more than half, but still terrible compared to the 9mm. AR-15, 223. How much 223 did we find? Because that could become our good all-around weapon. 223, 60 rounds. What about 5.56? So no 5.56. If I'm not mistaken, 223 and 5.56 are interchangeable. Yeah, only 60 rounds, huh, for the AR-15. Well, yeah, okay, so that's not going to work for me. The Grand 30-06 is a hard to find ammo. We could just pick up a shotgun, honestly, and carry the shotgun with us. Where's the +1 shotgun? Where's the +1 shotgun? Did I leave? Really? Okay. So I left the +1 shotgun behind. Really not a big deal because we do have the Remington, which is a fine shotgun I've used multiple times. Although it's Remington 870 Express, that may have been changed slightly in the shotgun rework recently. Of course, has fouling. We really need to clean these guns. Maybe that's what the pink indicates, is that it has fouling. Not 100% on what the color coding for the guns means. I'm not really seeing anything that I would want to carry with me. How much double-aught shot do we have? 60 slugs and 180 double-aught. Yeah, I think we're going to roll with the shotgun for the time being. Go ahead and reload the shotgun, and we'll even carry some double-aught shot with us. We'll carry 10 rounds with us as backup. Let's go ahead and favorite those items. So we carry this in our open inventory, which is unfortunate because it does take up some space, but I think it's better to have that emergency for when we do start running out of stamina, like we were as we were traveling over here. We can drop these miscellaneous cash cards. Oh, what happened to our many other cash cards? Did I drop? Did it eat my cash cards when I combined them into one? That is interesting. That's never happened before. That may be a bug. We can go ahead and start a fire, and we can look at the area around us and see if maybe they got dropped into a pile by accident. But I would think that they would still be favorited, so I don't think that would happen. Cash. Oh, there they are. Okay, why are they in a tools pile? I guess they're tools. We're in a decent amount of pain. We only slept like 4 hours ago. Man, time goes so slow since the change to 1 second turn times. I think we want to stay indoors just because our head is getting down to that point where I would consider it too dangerous to go outside. Really wish we had a first aid book so I could do something about that. We did find a first aid kit, which gives that booklet, but I don't think that actually does anything. Where's the first aid kit? We'll take it apart. I don't think the booklet does anything. Go ahead and drop that. What's the light here? Cloudy. That's fine. Drop this. Butcher. I never know which one disassembles and which one butchers, so we're going to pick it up and we're going to disassemble it because I don't want to risk damaging all the stuff inside. First aid instruction booklet. Well, grab everything actually and then read the booklet. First aid to 1. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. I didn't even think it did that, to be honest with you. We'll go ahead and drop these materials. We're not going to need any of these things. We actually should keep some bandages on our person, actually, and I do like keeping aspirin on our person, so we'll mark that. Oh, we can't do that from this menu. And now that I undid it, I have to do it again. Awesome. Favorite. Okay. Go ahead and drop everything else. Medical gauze. Yeah, we don't need any of that. on our person at any given time. Why don't we eat something, drink something? So we got a lot more perishable food, so we gotta, especially beverages. Let's drink first, because we have a lot of perishable beverages that also give us calories. Don't know why mayonnaise is considered a beverage, pretty messed up. But we'll go ahead and drink the almond milk, which put us to full and hydrated, and is a fair number of calories. Not a whole lot, but it's something. I guess I don't really want to grind electronics anymore. I would love to raise some other skills. So let's take a look at some of these other books. Army Field Repairs, Mechanics to 1. Cucina Italiana is cooking to 4, but requires cooking 3. A little bit of a narrow margin for that book. And read this one. You don't know, you can't reload at How to Succeed in Business. Yeah, I think this is speaking or something. Yeah, I don't care about that particular skill. I never really play with NPCs or find NPCs in the world. AAA is driving. I guess we just raise rifleman, rifle skill, just to kill some time. I don't really have anything to talk about, honestly. I don't really have a lot going on. Watching people stream in Discord is certainly, I brought it up in the last couple episodes, was fun, was interesting. It's always interesting to see how other people play. I watch Vormithrax sometimes. Not really a lot. He's not really my kind of content creator. No disrespect intended. He's done great things for the community, and I'm not trying to undercut that in any way. But, it's not really for me. He's a little bit dry. I prefer people to talk about their personal lives and who they are and what they're dealing with in their lives. That stuff interests me. And Vorm doesn't really do that. He mostly is very matter of fact, we're going to do this because this, we're going to do that because I want to do this. It just doesn't seem like he's a very open, I want commentary. I don't want so much narration, which is what I shoot for in my content. I'm not super interested in, when I play a game and I'm constantly narrating what I'm doing, I start to be like, okay, people don't want to watch that. People don't want to see that, because that's not what I like. So I try to give you commentary about my personal life, or, thoughts and feelings that I have, or movies I watched, or whatever, because that stuff to me is way more interesting in content. So, I don't often watch other people play. I watch Vorm occasionally, because I really respect all the knowledge that he has about the game. But our play styles are pretty different, and it's interesting to watch people on Discord and see, honestly, the thing that gets me the most is how min-maxy people are and save scummy that people are. It's I don't do those things. I just play, I do min-max some stuff, but every day, it seems like on Discord, people are complaining about the food and drink system in the game, and I always have the same message. Just eat like a normal human being. Eat a fair number of calories if you haven't eaten in a while. And then if you're hungry but you've just eaten a couple hours ago, just eat something tiny. Just snack. And people are like, that's crazy. I can't do that. I have to eat. I have to know the exact number of calories I can eat of mutant meat before I start to get sick, because I need to know. It's no, you don't. Just play the game, Can't believe we're not tired. It's been almost a full 20 hours since we woke up. I guess we keep reading, although it's boring. I do see our health ticked up very slightly on our head, which is good. Might as well grind electronics up to 8. I mean, it's boring, but it's something. We're now tired. I'll wait till the next tick, and then we will go to bed. Don't extinguish, because I don't know what we've got going on in the way of bandages. Bandages. You know what? We'll use a proper bandage on our head there. Do we need a bandage? We might as well. We have all these bandages. We'll bandage the other body parts as well. And once again, we're going to apply antiseptic to our head. We've gone through nearly a full bottle of antiseptic, which is not good. Let's go ahead and we'll makeshift bandage the less important body parts first. Let's move away so we don't have such a big list. Boiled makeshift. Boiled makeshift. And the reason we're doing this is just if, we can level up our first aid very slightly by applying to these body parts, even if we don't necessarily need to. I don't know if light affects your application of this, what quality you get, so we're going to do that near the light just in case, although I don't think it has any impact whatsoever. Let's go ahead and check our body parts. average disinfectant, average bandage on our head. Pretty good. I'm willing to bet we'll get about a full tick, a full vertical pipe out of this. Go ahead and extinguish. It's interesting to see other people play and see what they prioritize that I don't personally prioritize, and the decisions they make and how they make their decisions, because it's always going to be different from how you play. It's always slightly different. So it's just interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I like watching Cataclysm sometimes. It got me in the mood to record today. I wasn't going to record Cataclysm today, but then I watched someone else play, and I was like, you know what? Kind of want to play this amazing game called Cataclysm that I'm a big fan of. So I was like, all right, I can record a couple episodes. Man, we're not sleeping very long. I should have taken... What's that trait that makes you sleep more? I should have taken that. Because we're not regaining health the way I expect to. We only got about a half a pipe of health. I don't think they nerfed it again. I think it's the same it was. We also really need more books, because the longer we have to stay indoors, we're already through like all of our books basically, or all the ones that I actually care about. Like handguns don't really appeal to me very much. Bartering is useless when there's really no NPCs. Trapping is a skill that I feel shouldn't be its own skill. It should be part of mechanics or fab. So like, a lot of these don't interest me very much. We don't have the materials to start working on a car. We can't work on a car. We don't have a wrench. A wrench is pretty key. Even if we got a car with working tires, we would still want to put a different engine in it. We would want to do other stuff that requires bolt turning, like tanks and things. So yeah, there's not a lot we can do around the base, really. I mean, we can skill grind. Instead of reading books, we could grind our fab and survival, and tailoring, but anyway, we should, honestly, we should call the episode. It's late anyway. I should edit some and get ready to go to work and stuff. So for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I read all the comments, even if YouTube doesn't let me see them half the time. I still try to read them all, and I respond where necessary. So, yeah, I will be back with more Cataclysm in the near future, and I'll see you next time.